So hi everyone. Today I finally get to talk to you about some essential oils, and I'm going to go through a couple of different ranges today. So the oils I use today are the Datura range of oils. So I've been using them now for the last year and I find them a really good quality. What we'll speak about today is a blend for sinuses, so releasing the sinuses. And we're going to talk about a blend for headaches. We'll then move on and talk about a nice blend for the skin. So just tightening the skin and maybe acting like a moisturiser. And finally then we're going to do a nice detox blend for the muscles. So this time of the year a lot of us are training and it's just a nice blend to help release the lactic acid from the muscles. So starting off, you will need a carrier oil, and one of the main things to mention is if you have any health conditions, just make sure you check with a doctor first, or if you're on medication, check with a doctor to make sure it's okay. And we'll start off with our sinus blend. So our carrier oil I'm using today is grapeseed oil. So you have grapeseed oil, you have almond oil, which is very good for dry skin, and you have jojoba oil, which is excellent for oily skin, so it helps to draw the oil out. Or if you have very sensitive skin, you can use a carrier oil of calendula. So it's a nice gentle blend. And then what we do is we make the blend by adding, so you can see there I have about 50 mils of a carrier oil. We're going to add 2 drops of peppermint. Peppermint is a nice uplifting and clearing oil which helps to open up the sinus. We're going to add 2 drops of lemon. So lemon works on detoxing and drawing out. It's an astringent oil. And then the lavender oil is a nice calming and relaxing oil which will help to relax. So 2 drops of each, and you place them into your carrier oil and then give the oil a good mix. And bring a little bit of the oil onto the hands, and then we start just to apply the oil. So you'll just start at the bridge of the forehead and you're just going to massage the oil up along the forehead and gently move out across the top of the forehead, and you're going to continue with that sequence right up. So bring it all the way across, right up over the eyebrows, right out to the temples. And then you'll apply pressure into the pressure points just in under the bridge of the nose. So just a light gentle push up into them points. And then we'll slowly draw a nice soft pumping action down along either side of the nose into the lymph nodes just here. Or into the pressure points, should I say. Pressure points here at the nose. So just either side of the nose. And you're just going to give a little drawing out then across the cheekbone. And draw that right down then into the back of the ears. So you have 2 little pressure points at the back of the ears where the lymph releases. And you just give a little pumping action there. So you can repeat that sequence 4 to 5 times. And then add a little bit of the oil to the hands. And you could massage it up the back of the neck. Now it's just a light stroke up the back of the neck into the pressure points of the back of the head. So when you're very hot in the head, the muscles all tighten up in around the sinuses. So if you can massage, just a light massage at the back of the neck and up into the pressure points of the head, that'll also help to release that area. So that's our sinus blend. Also be aware, sometimes if you're just very maybe uptight or stressed, maybe an oil of balance. This oil is a fabulous oil for relaxation. So you could just use 2 drops with a little carrier oil and apply that to the pressure points on the chest, little pressure points inside the wrist, and the same at the forehead. So if you're just uptight, you might only need that little bit of balance just to kind of relax the body and let it settle. And then we move on to our blend for the headaches. Now today I'm going to use the blend of marjoram and the blend of peppermint. So once again, using your carrier oil. Now marjoram is a really deep relaxing oil, and you'll often find when you have that deep migraine or heavy headache that the muscles are very tight and very stressed. So you're going to use 2 drops of your marjoram in your carrier oil and 2 drops of the peppermint. And like I said before, the peppermint is very clearing and very uplifting, so it'll help to lift. Peppermint can also be placed at the back of the neck or just at the temples to help release the areas where the headache might be the strongest. And then you can use a little massage just at the temples. So just a light little pressure at the temples. You can use a light little pressure to the top of the head. So I mean now very light pressure points, just moving along the muscle at the top of the head. And then very slowly applying a gentle pressure to the pressure points at the back of the head. So right up into the base of the skull. And once again, you could repeat that 4 or 5 times just to help release that tension. So that's our little blend for a headache. And now I'll move on to a little blend that women will particularly like. So this is a lovely, it's a detox blend which also works on tightening the skin. So coming into summer, it's nice to add this, and it's quite good for a detox overall, just to make the skin look quite good. So you're going to use your carrier oil, and then we shall use grapefruit. We're going to use the juniper and cypress. Now cypress is a real tightening oil, so it's really good to kind of bring the texture of the skin in. So you're going to add 2 drops of your cypress. The juniper berry then is also a big detox oil, so you can use 2 drops of your juniper berry, and then we're going to use 2 drops of grapefruit. So any of you will know that the grapefruit is quite astringent as well, so it's going to tighten, give that tighten effect to the skin. So the 3 oils will be applied, and then you can use a nice massage just into the legs or into any area of the skin that you want to create that nice soft look. So that's our detox blend. And then finally we're going to move on to a blend for the muscles. Okay, so we start first with the rub of Deep Blue. So Deep Blue is a really good cooling rub that can be used and just applied to the muscles after a lot of exercise, or maybe if you haven't got a recovery day in between. So it's a really cooling oil, and you'll actually feel the muscles kind of let go and relax a little after. Or if you prefer, then you could make up a blend, and today I'm going to make up a nice blend once again with your carrier oil. Today we'll use some eucalyptus, which is really uplifting, and just kind of draw that awareness into the muscles we want to release. We're going to use a clove, which is very warming, and we'll get the blood flow moving. And black pepper. So black pepper is a rufescent oil, and it's very warming and gets the circulation moving. And when the circulation begins to move, it'll actually help to release the lactic acid from the muscle. So today I would suggest applying 2 drops of each to your oil, and to use a nice friction type of massage as you're rubbing it into the muscles. Always upward strokes and an upward movement, and just apply it on and leave it on, and it should help to help with your recovery. And finally then today we'll talk about an oil for children. So some of the children might be feeling a little bit irritated now, and as I say, a lovely oil to use for the children is the oil of chamomile. So you could once again use a carrier oil, and the chamomile is very safe to use on children. So apply the chamomile oil into your carrier oil. You could use 2 drops for the children, and the very same, you could use it on the children on their back, or maybe a little on their shoulders, or on any of them points at the wrist, the temples, or just on the chest. And it's a nice calming and relaxing oil, and actually just helps to settle the children. So that's a lovely oil if you're using with the kids. So I hope that's of being help to you today, and I will be coming back to you with another tutorial on using the oils with the reflexology points. So please make sure and join in next time, and I'll talk to you all soon. Thanks.